Thanks for joining me on another day on a small homestead. So I thought I'd do another day in the life of a small homesteader and just what I kind of do, which you'll see that every day and every video will be different. But today I have a lot planned, so I've already got my laundry washing and some needs to get hung, so I'm about to do that. I'll show you, I have some tomatoes in my sink at the moment. They're frozen. I just get a bunch from my garden and then slowly been filling up my bag to make pasta sauce. So I want to do that. I've got my butter over here. I need it to get soft so I can make more spreadable butter. I do have a video, so I will leave a link below for that. I also have these gorgeous jars, which I am so excited that I just got some spray bottles and pump bottles. And I'm going to hopefully fill them with, I want to make homemade dishwashing liquid. I want to make a Detangler spray. And I also want to use one of the pumps to make toothpaste, like for the kids, and they can just pump it onto their toothbrushes. So we'll see how that goes. I got given this mother of wart plant. So I want to look a little bit more into that. I got the cuttings and I put them in water and they're starting to root. So I need to plant those as well. And then other than that, I just have a lot of cleaning. I've got my milk kefir. I don't know if you can see it behind me. That needs to I have my milk kefir that's behind me that I need to also change over now as it's ready. And we're just going to see how the day goes. I'll probably have to strap it onto me for a large portion of the day. I also want to do some fermented carrots. I want to collect whatever carrots are ready in my garden. I'll have a look and ferment some of those. So a busy day, so let us get started. It's supposed to rain this afternoon and I have 3 full loads of laundry I really want to get dry. So I'm hanging that out nice and early as it's supposed to rain later this afternoon. One of the things I love about it coming into the cooler weather is how thick my milk kefir comes out. I will have a link to a video I made on how to make milk kefir if that interests you. But it's just a fermented milk that's really good for your gut, and I just love drinking it and adding it to our smoothies. And we use this cold pressed raw milk we get from the shops. The next thing I really wanted to do was just collect as pretty much all the carrots I had in this front garden bed. It's not getting sun anymore because it's now going into winter, so it got a lot of sun during the summer. So I'm just getting all the carrots so I can ferment them soon. And my tomatoes, as you can see, have gone crazy into a bush, but I kind of like it because it's really exciting looking for the tomatoes. I'm just washing up all these carrots now because I will be cutting them up, as you will see in a sec, and going to ferment it with a little bit of dill and just some brine water, which is just over a cup of water and about a tablespoon, I believe, I added of salt, just fine sea salt. So I'm just stacking my container with the carrots I got from my garden. I didn't have a full container of carrots, so I did add one more carrot from the fridge I had. And I'll be letting this ferment for probably about 5 to 7 days. The next thing I really wanted to do was make this hair detangler / leave-in conditioner. I've been so excited to make this. So it's just 3/4 of distilled water. I added 1.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1.5 tablespoons of castor oil, and 1.5 tablespoons of glycerin. And this fits a 300 ml spray bottle that I have. And afterward, I just add a total of about 25 drops of essential oils. So I have rose geranium, which smells beautiful, and also some lavender. So it smells amazing. And I'll just apply to our hair as needed. So after a shower is best, just spray it liberally in your hair and brush it through. And that is just how easy it is. The castor oil and the glycerin really help to moisten and soften the hair, so I like adding those in as well. And the apple cider vinegar helps to give it a really nice shine. And it's always a good idea to label your containers, as I find I actually never remember what I put in it. Even though I think I will remember, I never do. So label it if you can. The next thing on my list today was I wanted to start a sourdough starter. So it was Passover, so I gave my friend my already established sourdough starter, and I'm now making a new one. I realized in the video that it didn't show, but this is how it looks the third day of me doing it. I absolutely love homemade pasta sauce. Now that I've made it a few times, it's just so much better than the store-bought one. So it does take a little prep work. So I like to chop up one whole onion and just chop it up into small pieces, which I will then be frying. And about 6 garlic cloves, you'll see me chopping up real quickly and throwing it into some butter and just cooking it all up. And I'll throw about half of the herbs I have collected from my garden in with it and let that cook. And then you'll see that the other half of the herbs I'll actually just blend fresh into the blender with the tomatoes in a sec. Some of the herbs that I added are oregano, I added thyme, and I also added basil along with some green shallots. So I just have my de-thawed tomatoes that I had picked from my garden, and I'm just giving that a good blend. Now it's up to you if you want it chunky or smooth. I wanted it to be more on the smooth side. So I'm just blending up all my tomato, and I will be throwing in the other herbs I have fresh into it as well, and blending that all up, putting it all into a big pot, and pretty much just letting it simmer down until it gets a nice thick consistency that I'm happy with. I've also added about a tablespoon of fine sea salt into it for flavor and some ground black pepper. And this tasted absolutely delicious, and I'll actually be making spaghetti and meatballs tonight. So some of this sauce is going to be going straight into tonight's dinner, which you will see later on as well. So I have this mother of herb, which is like oregano. It smells like oregano, and you can cook it like you would use oregano. So I'm just planting this straight into my garden bed. I also saw people make this into tea to help relieve like cough and congestion just when I was looking it up. So something new that I want to give a go and try. And who doesn't enjoy folding a lot of laundry? Now I do have a full video on how to make spreadable butter. It's really very easy. I'll leave the link down below. It's only a few minute video, but I just make our own spreadable butter from now on, and super quick and easy. It takes a few minutes and that's it. So now for dinner, I really wanted to do meatballs, so I'm just making some meatballs here. I just add an egg. I have about a kilo of mince. I have a tablespoon, I believe, of garlic powder. I have some salt, Parmesan cheese, black pepper, and then I'm just gonna throw in half a cup of my flour along with some onion and parsley, and I'm just gonna give it a really good mix with my hands and blend it all together. So I just make this into little balls, and then I have my oven preheated at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius. I let them cook for 20 minutes, mix it up with my sauce, and that was dinner tonight. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be seeing you guys again in the next video. Have a lovely day.